So let's go to rectangle tool by pressing R on our keyboard and have a rectangle just like this. I think this mouse is fine, and let's first change the color to black, and coming over here, fill and stroke, drop the opacity roughly in half, and let's get rid of that transformation situation from there. Alright, so coming over here, let's go to selector tool and zoom in a little bit, and so alright, so let's have a duplication. Let's go Control D and click again to get the rotation handles, and we'll hold Control and we'll hold mouse left, and let's rotate it by 30°. Alright, so now we'll hit spacebar to have duplication. 30°, 30°, 30°, 30°. All right, so now what you will do, you will select every single one of them, and you will go path. Let's make them union. Zoom out a little bit. If we go to nodes tool just to check, perfectly fine. So what we will do now, we will hold shift and select all the outer nodes. This is our main flower, by the way, petal, you can say. Alright, so with all of them selected, we will come over here and we will click that make selected nodes auto smooth. Alright, so now what you will do, if we click off, so it's already done in some sense. So let's zoom in a little bit. Now we will make them a little bit realistic. For example, like, let's say just do it on your own, like to make it a little bit realistic, right? Just play with it, just play with it, and so how is it looking? And we could, do something like that. All right, okay, I think that's fine. That's looking fine here. So let's go to so if we click, you see things are okay. So if we go to selector tool now, select this. All right, and duplicate, put another one there, this one here. All right, so now what you will do, we will go to ellipse tool by pressing E on our keyboard, and just have an ellipse. All right, I guess this mouse is fine. So let's go to selector tool, and we will first convert it to, before we go there, all right, fine, okay, so let's convert it to from object to path. So we will have some node, make sure the fill is there. So if you go to nodes tool, you will see them. Let's go to selector tool, or just do some thing, so it looks a little bit realistic, you see. How is it looking? It's not looking that much good to me. How about now? Well, that's a little bit too much there. You could just keep it normal, um, normal, normal ellipse or circle, or you could just do something there. I think I'm just going to leave it this way. So let's go to selector tool and just make it center roughly. All right. So come over here. Um, let's have another one here. Let's go to, you could even duplicate this. Let's duplicate that and move it here. And on this, we'll make it a little bit different than the other one. Let's go to nodes tool. And this time, let's narrow them down. All right. How is that? That's not looking good anyway. So how about that? Let's say, let's do something like, I think that's looking okay. I don't know, but you could give it like a circle, but I don't know. All right, so these are our two flowers. So what you could do, let's go to selector tool, select them, put them there, select them, put them there. All right, so now zoom in. Let's create the stem. So if we go to bezier tool and we click there, and let's say something like this, if we click there and get rid of the fill color by clicking X and hold shift, click black sauce to get the stroke color back. I think this much stroke is fine, I would say. Now with this, what I will do, zoom in a little bit. So let's go to bezier tool again, click there and come over here, and if we go something like this, you see, and hit enter, right? So let's go to selector tool and let's go to all right, we will do them later, but okay, we need to do something here, which is let's come back here and we will go path, stroke to path, or do we need to have that really? I don't think so. Let's go back. Let's go object to path. So go object to path. So let's if we have fill color, and if we get rid of a stroke color by holding shift and clicking that. All right, so this is this object to path. So if we go back, go back a stroke, if we go object to path again, what happens really? Nothing is really happening. All right, so anyway, so let's go stroke to path then. Let's get back fill color and let's go to nodes tool, click there and let's hold shift and select that node and this node over here, and coming over here let's go and hit plus, and also that node there, hold shift there and go plus. Now what you will do, let's zoom in Let's select those two nodes and hold control and move that there roughly. Alright, so now what you'll do, let's select that, select these two nodes. I don't know if it's necessary, but you know, it just, I don't know. Also here you could just not holding control necessarily, just do something like that. And what we will do, we'll select these two nodes and we will make them, we will hold control and click there, so they will be just like that, not so. If you go to selector tool and move it there, now if we go to nodes tool, hold control, click there, so make sure both of them are clicked. Now that's fine, I think. Let's go to selector tool and move it. Let's turn on snapping. All right, so zoom in a little bit as well. So all right, so we still need to do something there. So this is as you can see still a stroke, so let's go ahead and make them stroke to path first and get the fill color. Now let's do it like that. Let's go to zoom tool by pressing G on our keyboard and again. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, we really wanted this, you know. Okay, so how about now, all right, so we could make it a little bit smaller if we want. I mean, click there, go to nodes tool, select those two nodes, just simply, even we could put them there. That's fine, that's not a problem. And so if we select these two, go to selector tool, and what we will do, we could make them group. um, let's call them flower, and let's do the same thing here, right click, make them group and call them flower. All right, so make sure flowers are if you click here, just click there, flowers are at the top, so raise selection to the top. All right, also this on, raise selection to the top. All right, fine, okay, collapse that. Now we have to make them smaller a little bit, so hold control shift. All right, make them a little bit smaller. Let's turn off snapping, and if we just move it there, all right, we could make them a little bit more smaller. All right, and this on, we will select that, scale down, something like that, right? So what we could do, my friends, what we could do, um, they're fine, but let's zoom in a little bit. Let's go to nodes tool and let's select them and make it a little bit like that. Come over here, select them, and something like that. You can do that on your own. Now let's go to zoom and to see if that is still fine. Hopefully that's still fine there. Well, so now let's go to selector tool and come back here, move them there. Okay, and get that, move them there. All right, so I think this is it, but if you want, you could do some like manipulation here, like just to make it a little bit more realistic. So if we click again, if we do some like this type of thing is skewing thing, if we keep doing a little bit, how about this? I think that's fine there. And how about that? So I think yeah, you can do some more manipulation. So so what we're gonna do, let's come over here, select that and hold shift, select this. Let's make them union. All right, if we go to nodes tool, it should be fine. All right, perfect. Now the thing is, come over here, go to selector tool, select this. I will expand that. So select that, so we will have this color if you like, that yellow. And let's come over here, expand that, select that, let's go with yellow, and come over here, I mean this on, let's make that purple. I think, where is purple? And come over here, select that, make that purple. All right, now before we do any color things, so if we select that, hold control, select that, come over here, bring up the opacity, and select that, hold control, select that, come to here, bring up the opacity, and also this on, bring up the opacity. So what we will do now, let's change the color of this to our choice. Keep doing that until it feels a little bit realistic for us. All right, so if we come over here, I don't know, how about this? So you could change the color um, um, as your own preference, to your own preference. I think that pretty much should be it. Thanks for watching. This is Shakawat from Vectors in Inkscape.